So for the last few months, I've been playing with these polishers from Kovax. They're new to their range. It's the CharMa-X 75mm, and for me, it's one of the best products that they've introduced into their mechanical range or machinery range. Now they look the same, but there are some key differences between them, and I'm going to take you through those now. Before I talk about the differences between these two machines, let's just talk about a few of the accessories. So Kovax provide a range of foam pads, or in this case a wool pad. This is my favorite. It's their 100% wool pad. It comes on a high density foam backing pad. You see me use this a lot, really love it. This is their hard foam pad. This is the hardest in the range. It's aggressive. It'll give you a faster cut, but it is more aggressive. My go-to is the orange. Love it. And what I really like about it is the durability of this pad, the ability to cut and polish whenever I want it to, and also the shape of the pad itself allows me to get into corners. Got the orange, not a pad I use, the green, not a pad I use a lot of, but it's just working its way up the system, so becoming softer now. What I tend to do is skip from the orange straight to the brown, and this will be my finishing pad. So again, you've got that lovely shape to it. Right, other accessories. Chargers. You can get a 2 battery charger or a single battery charger depending on what you want. And the batteries that come with these units are 10.8 volt. Right, let's talk about the polishers themselves. So there's 2 polishers in the range. There's the rotary, which rotary means it's just going to turn in one, no movement in there at all, it's just going round in a circle. Or you have the orbital, and as you can see by this, it moves round. And this has got a 12mm orbit, which is quite large. So that's one of the key features. Another key feature between these two products is the speed that they operate. This one will only operate at 700 to 2500 RPM, so it's a lot slower, whereas the orbital is going to work a lot quicker, and it goes from 4000 to 7000. Some other really cool features about this: you have your main on-off button, which when you press, now you can pull that trigger in and that will obviously start your system up. You can adjust the speed on this button or reduce it. If you double click, then it becomes, you don't have to hold down the trigger for it to operate. Click it again, it switches off. Something I also really like about this is you've got this LED here will tell you when you're running out of power. So if I put some pressure on that, you can see it's slightly changing color. And that's because the battery is now running down slightly, so it doesn't have as much strength. It's going to a almost light green color, and then it goes to, I think it's orange or red when it has run out of power or running out of power. So that's a great indicator. It also automatically switches itself off after 3 minutes. So those are really the key differences between these two machines. I'll just switch this one on so you can see it, and you can see the speed. So if I switch this up to maximum, switch this one up to maximum. So here we go. Can hear the sound on that. Now listen to this. So this is working at 7000 RPM. And you can see how the foam pad is going all over the place. That's why it's a random orbital, because it's actually polishing a larger surface area, whereas this is very concentrated. I've just scuffed this panel up with some Bufflex 2000. This is typical what I'd use if I was going to do some denibbing. Just going to divide it in half, and on one half I'm going to use the rotary polisher, and on the other half I'm going to use the orbital polisher. It's a lot louder, it's a lot faster. So I guess the question here is, which one should you buy? If you could afford both, then buy both, because they both offer something slightly different. If you can only afford one, then I would suggest looking at the 12mm orbital. And the reason for this is you've got obviously that higher RPM range from 4,000 to 7,000. And that will allow you to, from this one machine, cut and polish and also finesse your final polish, get rid of any holograms. So that would be a choice if you could only have one. Luckily I have two, and I use my rotary for most of my initial polishing. And the reason for that is because I like the fact that it is a rotary, so the mop head isn't moving all over the place. It's staying central. So it gives me just that little bit more control on the little nibs that I'm polishing out, or the little areas that I've flattened off. But both are excellent tools and options.